Here we go. Okay, sorry about the technical difficulties. We're just we're setting the grid now. Putting Tiago on pole where he probably should have been, and Esteban will be starting from second. So we had to do a reset of the server. Looks like some guys who kept popping in and out might have caused some technical issues here. So while that's going on, we're almost completed with that. So while that happens, we'll just sit and wait patiently. Thank you for your patience, everybody out there. Sometimes these things do happen.
Yeah, they do. Thanks for getting that sorted as quickly as you could there, Al. And how's everything looking now? Everything back up and running okay, it seems like?
It's okay. We're just waiting for the grid to be set, so we're almost
great.
There.
So, how'd those Bruins look this year, Al?
They're looking really well, looking really good. It's one of the top teams in the East. We should battle for another Stanley Cup. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I heard something about they actually managed to grab one here recently, huh?
Right. Now I'm just worrying about the Patriots this weekend.
Yep, lot on the line up there, eh?
That's what happens when you live in a championship city, you know. You get used to winning all the time.
No, I see. All right.
We expect a lot from our professional teams.
And what do you think? How long does Brady and this team have left? Are they going to have another run after this one, Al?
I don't see why not. As long as Brady keeps doing what he's doing, they're going to be tough to beat.
All right. Well, should be a good game regardless.
Yep, sorry about that. Just trying to tie up some loose ends here. Hang tight.
Okay, I'll start to work back into regular broadcast duties here, fellas. Thanks for being patient there, and sorry about that again. Well, gonna manually set the grid to what we had coming in to when we should have gotten a green flag in the first place. And I don't imagine that they'll run another warm-up session here or anything. They'll probably try to go straight to race, and should have those problems sorted out here. And we can get in this qualifying event for you. Wanted to make sure that we gave these guys a chance to properly fight it out on track to make sure we set the grid right for next week's feature race. And so that way we can keep it fair for all these guys. And might take a little extra time here with our technical difficulties here tonight, but we'll keep everything on the up and up for the overall championship. And shouldn't have any more problems like this throughout the course of the season. Things typically run pretty smoothly, and NAGP is on a couple new servers here recently, and the boxes run really well, so those pictures we should be able to bring to you throughout the season will be pretty good. And it looks like the majority of our competitors have managed to get back in. Again, the only competitor I'm not seeing like last time is Michael Richard. So if you're out there, Michael, jump back in if you get a chance. Sounds like Al is currently away on some business, but I assume he's around somewhere too. But until we get going, I'll just kind of sit here.
Alright, let's keep our fingers and toes crossed here. We're going to go straight to race. And let's hope everything goes well. Brad, you still with me?
Yeah, I got you out.
Alright, so everybody's back in here. You should be set to go for race at any moment now. You got 33 seconds left to go.
Yep, hopefully those lights will go off and we'll get underway, eh? Oh my god, I see lights out.
Oh, it worked. Beautiful. And there we go.
Okay.
We're off. Sorry about the delay, but we're back. And Tiago leads them all into turn 1. Ooh, and one of the, had a little, it looks like Esteban got a little out of shape breaking into turn 1. Lost his front clip, so he might be done.
That's going to provide a little extra separation for Tiago up there.
So it looks like Esty got a little bit on the grass and lost his brake, and that allowed Jens Klepp now to run into second place. Tiago right behind. Tiago got a little bit of the little contact there, but he's all right. Robert Ferricano currently in 4th. Ian Jolicoeur and Marty Uren 5th and 6th. Ooh, and Chris Moses has a bit of a moment. He's off. He's going to fall way back.
Yeah, that's not what he wants. Hopefully he's able to keep the body panels and tires attached to that thing.
Rich Roman up to 26th. Kevin Miller and Lauren Bassman duking it out in the back to 30. Deal up shot 31st. Tom Douglas 32nd. And Ryan Stewart running. Bring it up. I really don't know
I think
how.
David Poole had a...
Go ahead.
I think David Poole had been off and on. He dropped a bit back.
Really don't know how Esteban has managed to keep that car going without that front clip. Meanwhile, Robert Ferricano's managed to get by Tiago for 3rd.
Yeah, discretion's really going to be the better part of valor here for Esteban. He's just not going to be able to maintain any type of pace from the guys behind him. And it'd really be much safer for all the guys behind to kind of start yielding positions. And that'd really be the best thing to do here.
Sure what happened at Jens, but Robert Ferricano's managed to get into 1st place. Took the lead away from Esteban. Tiago Canola right behind him in 2nd. Followed by Ian Jolicoeur.
Yeah, Esteban.
And Marty Uren.
Yeah, finally lost the front end there. So allowed that group to get by. Hopefully Esteban won't make it too tough on the guys behind him coming up here. Aaron Parsons, of course, did that disconnect and started quite a ways back there, and has worked his way up to 17th, putting a move on Chuck Carter as we speak.
So we got the Lamborghinis running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
And, you know, of note, David Canavan started quite a way back relative to some of the guys in front of him. He's up to 6th, so a nice start for David Canavan. David Canavan, of course, in that Sunred, not known for its fantastic low-speed grip or high downforce, but making it work pretty well here around the Green Hill.
Lead over Tiago under a second.
Oh, I think David Poole has had to retire from this race, Al. Didn't see what happened, but seen some contact out there. Got the better of David Poole.
See, Robert's got a little contact in the front of his Ford. Ooh, and Robert has a bit of a moment. This group of 4 has kind of distanced themselves from the rest of the field early on. Into the carousel.
Yeah, they really have, Al, and it'll be interesting to see if Tiago can get by Robert Furicano, just how much distance he can put on those other 2 Lamborghinis behind him. And Tiago has a moment, Al. Tiago loses it. Just cruising around, didn't have any heat around him. Wasn't being pushed necessarily hard from behind, but just lost it. And quickly is slipping down through the order.
Wow. So Tiago back to 7th. Has a little bit of damage in the rear of the car. He should be all right. Mike Monahan,
yeah, well, that Lamborghini.
Go ahead, sorry.
That Lamborghini can be a little tough over the bumps, so he might have it a bit too trimmed out, looking for too much speed.
Meanwhile, Mike Monahan running a solid 8th spot. His teammate currently in 9th, somehow, without a front clip, has managed to get around this track. I'm sure he's having his struggles though. Chris Moses all over that.
Yeah, Esteban let my teammate Mike Monahan through rather quickly, but still trying to impede the progress of other drivers behind is Esteban.
So long, running in 11th, and right behind him, Drew Lidkia in the other Porsche. And Aaron Parsons has worked his way up to 13th. Well, Aaron almost followed Drew off track. Chuck Carter running a nice 14th, and John Houston right behind him in 15th.
Yep, so far those guys have just kept their noses clean and on track and got down to business. So looking good for those guys.
Rich Roman looking pretty racy all the way up to 18th now.
Yeah, despite not having the experience in that Z4, the guy is a racer and he does know the track, so he's going to make some progress. I see a Jaguar spun here, Al.
It's like Chris Moses.
Well, Chris Moses' woes continue here in the early going.
It certainly does. But gotta have to cut him a little slack there. A lot of stuff I had to deal with before tonight's race. You kind of lose it, you know. Your head gets out of it trying to straighten out these server issues. So.
Yeah, nobody's going to be going to blame him at all, Al, no doubt. One guy not having any trouble with the delays and even disconnects. Aaron Parsons is up to 9th from his 30th starting position, Al. So the very experienced Nordschliefe driver coming through.
So Robert Furicano continues to run in first place. We've completed lap 1 of this 3-lap race. Also Marty Uren and Ian Jolicoeur. Looks like Ian may have allowed his teammate through, so Marty is currently running in 2nd spot. And Dave Canavan closing up on these guys in fourth. So David having a nice run in the summer.
Making a nice showing in that car, Al. I don't think it's not a car I would have picked to perform particularly well here, but David's making it work.
Christian Hamilton and Jens Klempnow, both these guys having great runs in the Ferraris. Christian currently in 7th, behind Tiago. Looks like we lost somebody, not sure who.
Not sure, but I can update you on Esteban. He has pulled that Ferrari into the pits to get serviced for that front splitter damage.
Aaron Parsons up to 9th. Lauren Bassman also a fill-in role tonight. He's doing a great job in 17th. He was up back in 30th, I believe. So just picking them off, whatever.
Yep. Laurent was lobbying pretty hard to find a spot on the grid here tonight, and I'm glad he found one. He's out there running and survived the technical issues.
Mascarelli back in 21st, getting chased down by Chuck Carter. And Johnny Lugnut's in 24th with Nabil Abashar in front of him. Peter Kessler, one of the new guys, he's back in 25th. Robert Creamer running 26th. So far, a lot of these guys showing some real signs of damage after the first lap. Jack Ivey, 28th. And Mike Greatrix, 29th. Ryan Stewart's got some serious damage on that BMW, but he's still at it. And Esteban out of the pits, re-enters in 31st. But it's okay for Esteban, he's guaranteed a front row start, so you can use the rest of this session as a test.
Yeah, no doubt the delay we had here affected all these drivers, so it is understandable that they'd be having maybe some guys be having a little bit more damage than they'd like.
Jim Kessler pulls it into the pits. Meanwhile, Robert feeling the heat from Marty. So these two guys, these three guys, I should say, are battling for their starting position here.
Yeah, that's right. And I was going to mention, Al. Yeah, that's right. I was going to mention the bonus points and also that Marty Uren and Jolicoeur guys, maybe not the best performers in the wet where they qualified, but showing their pace now. And, I know I kind of expected to see Tiago maybe run away with this thing early, getting out front, but it didn't happen. He got stuck behind some traffic, so it may be critical in some of these starting positions up toward the front for next week's feature event.
Yeah, Robert's got his hands full right now. Any little mistake, and Marty's going to take the opportunity to get by. He's all over that.
Yeah, and while you watch that great battle, right behind them, Jens Klempnow, Tiago Canola, and Christian Hamilton are in a very nice dice themselves. So tight racing here at the Schleife. Well, it doesn't take too many laps around here before those tires start to change, and each lap you run consecutively, you'll notice different handling characteristics on these cars for each corner. You only get through one of these corners each time 3 times, and the car will be a little different coming through each one every time.
We're going to have to keep an eye on this battle up front because Robert's got quite a bit of damage on his car, and Marty's car looks pretty clean right now, so going down, if Marty can hang on to this gap leading on to the that back straight, he could get by Robert.
Yeah, and both guys pulling away a bit from Ian Jolicoeur there in third, huh? So, two-way battle for the moment. And quickly closing in on just another 16 kilometers to wrap this thing up.
Dave Canavan is already he's making inroads on Ian here, so Ian could have his hands full in a few. Further back, the two Ferraris battling with Tiago. It's a Lambo sandwich, a Ferrari sandwich.
Yeah, that's quite a battle that's been raging here over the course of this last lap, Al.
Tell you what, Jens is looking really good really good here. He has a little bit of a moment. Ooh, and Tiago catches the grass. Trying to get by. Gonna have to wait to turn around. He's trying to get by Jen's little mistake and caught the outside wheel on the grass, which got him out of shape.
Well, Tiago's really having to knock off some rust here, Al. The guy just simply has not looked too sharp here tonight. Of course, we've had our delays and everything here, but Tiago's going to have to get it whipped up into shape if he wants a chance at another championship run this season.
So that's allowed. That little mistake has allowed Mike Monahan and Aaron Parsons to get by. So we'll have to keep an eye on Marty now, see how he does down the straight. Looks like he lost a little bit of time to Robert, but he's not too far back to catch that draft.
And I'm taking a look at that Tiago Canola Lamborghini Gallardo out, and it's just all over the place. So I think the guy really has it trimmed out for maximum speed here, and you want to consider backing that off a bit for the future race.
And Marty's really making up a lot of ground on Robert. So that aero damage is certainly affecting Robert. Could have a pass.
Both cars are going to have. Yeah, both cars are going to have great power down the straight, but it's going to be an advantage to the drafter. So, I got to think that Robert Fircano will not have enough to hang with Marty to try that redraft pass here by the end of this next lap.
I don't think so. I think his car is a little too bashed up to make any ground.
Yeah, I agree. Still in all, though, Robert has managed to pull away while he was fighting with Marty from Ian Jolicoeur, so still showing pretty good speed in that Ford is Robert Fircano.
So Dave Canavan is an inch closer to Ian. Take a look further back. Jens and Christian running 5th and 6th. So these two guys having a nice run.
Yeah, great to see those Ferraris splitter to bumper like that.
So it looks like Aaron and Mikey Monahan had a little bit of coming together.
Uh-oh.
But, Aaron looks like he's going to make that pass.
Yeah, and from 30th position.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Al. From 30th position all the way up to 7th is Aaron Parsons. So nice run for him here tonight.
So long running 10th. And Dave Rowley up to 11th. So Dave Rowley also having a nice stint. Chuck Carter up to 12th. Chuck having a great run here tonight.
Yes, he is, Al. Hopefully he'll be able to finish off this lap and secure himself a great spot for the feature event next week.
Chris Moses back in 15th. Chased now by Lauren Bassman. Gub Douglas running solid 17th. John Watt, I'm not sure what happened to John, but he finds himself back in 18th. Brian Story in the field in the top 20.
Well, Ian Jolicoeur has had a problem out there on track out. David Canavan is clear of him now by 5 seconds. Ian Jolicoeur to 4th and some 10 seconds off the lead now.
Christian Hamilton has gotten by his teammate. These two guys just got to take it easy here in this last lap, and we'll have a nice starting position. When Robert runs wide, that's going to allow Canavan to possibly get by. Ooh, and he does.
Oh. Just tried to get back on track there a little too fast, Al.
And Ian's also taking advantage of that spin, so Robert's falling back to 4th.
Yeah, if he could have just saved that extra second or two and not tried to get back on the track too quickly and put it back in the wall again, he would have had a chance to fight off Ian. So a real break for Ian.
So it looks like Robert just left his braking a little too late. I don't know if that damage had anything to do with it, but got himself off track.
Well, the track absolutely will flat out bite you at any moment, and there is a big difference between how that car will handle coming through each lap through that one corner. Whichever one the next one is, you only get 3 cracks at them, and that car will be a little bit different.
So Marty's lead over Dave Canavan is 5 seconds, giving him a little bit of breathing room here. Now that Robert's off his rear. Further back, Aaron Parsons has started to reel in Jens Klempnauer. So Aaron on a charge.
Yeah, not too far in front of Jens, of course, Christian Hamilton. So only 3 seconds off 2 positions is Aaron.
And Chris Moses' struggles continue. But it looks like Tiago Canola might be out of this race. I don't see him on timing and scoring. So it looks like Tiago's out. That's okay, because Tiago's going to be starting from the front anyways. But still, he would have liked those added points there towards the championship.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, and Canavan runs a little wide. You can tell he's really pushing, trying to catch up to Marty.
But he's just got to be pleased this punch. I think knowing David as I do, he probably isn't pushing so much as just trying to maintain a good pace and just kind of working to the rhythm of the race here and finish it off. He's just going to be pleased as punch, being able to start there in that 4th position if he can hang on here.
So Robert Ferracano's caught back up to Ian Jolicoeur.
Yeah, and that did not take long, so I think Ian's a little off the pace here. Maybe didn't get quite the practice that he would have liked.
Robert tries to chase down Ian. Aaron Parsons is all over the back of Jens Klempnauer.
I didn't see what happened to allow Jens' teammate Christian to. I didn't see what happened to which allowed Jens' teammate Christian Hamilton to escape a little bit, but I think maybe Jens had a little bit of a hiccup and Aaron got stuck behind him, so Christian now a little out in front of these two.
Jens is going to have his hands full. It's most likely going to be a drag race to the finish line. Jens looks like he's suffering from a little bit of aero damage that may work out for Aaron. Aaron's home with that.
I would say advantage Aaron. That Corvette doesn't have fantastic top speed, but he makes a bit of a mistake there. But being able to tuck up underneath Jens and coming down the straight will help him out.
As Marty gets through the final carousel onto the back straight. Marty should have this win wrapped up.
Yeah, ain't over till it's over, Al. That's a tricky last complex, but he's got the finish line in sight, so to speak.
Robert may have a bit of a run on Ian, but tucked up under his draft, he could have passing opportunity.
Well, he'll definitely get up in the draft. The only question is how much so with that damage. That Lambo's got great power. Just a rocket.
Looks like Robert's going to be close enough. Marty's going to take it. Marty wins it. Canavan second. Ian's going to finish third. Robert fourth. Christian Hamilton fifth. Great run for Christian. And Aaron Parsons looks like he did manage to drag Jens down the straight, and he'll take sixth. Jens, regardless, great run, 7th spot. Ooh, and Mike Monahan
now without a
front clip.
Yeah.
But he's going to be able to finish in 8th spot, so good job, Mikey. Where's he going? He's got one more lap to go. Oh, Mikey, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, I think he went the wrong way. I don't think he...
Just finish it out, Mike. What are you doing?
No, I didn't think he realized what happened. So Sol gets gifted an 8th spot. Roman 9th.
What a great run for Rich.
Rally 11th. Drew Lidgill finished 12th. Chuck 13th. John Houston will finish 14th. And Lauren Bass with 15th. PMR boys of Chris Moses and Gup Douglas 16th and 17th. Watson 18th. Brian Stories looks like he's going to finish at 19th. And Johnny Lugnuts and his teammate Lou Mascarelli 20th and 21st.
Well, that was an interesting race there, Al. We survived the problems, whatever we had there with the track, and finally got them going. And Aaron and Rich coming from just way years and years back, coming from Austria, come back in contention with those front runners. And according to my count, I believe we have 12 laps. 12 laps of this for our feature race next week, Al. Can't wait.
Well, Esty might have a run on Robert Creamer here for 22nd. Nice battle for the end. Robert hangs on. Bill will finish 4th, sorry. Mike Great Tricks is currently in 25th.
So, if all the rest of our guys manage to get in here, we'll have a full 28 to have a set of time. And it's not too bad, really.
Peter and Jim Kessler running 26th and 27th. Still working their way through here. Jim looks like he's got a ways to go here. Congratulations.
Yep, a little ways, but you know what? He got out there and has start off this inaugural NAGP season for him, and he's going to finish. And good on Jim. Welcome to the NAGP family, Jim. Good to have you.
So there you have
Peter
it.
as well.
Peter and Jim, Marty, Uren takes home the win here tonight. It wasn't easy for him though. Quite a battle up front these 3 laps, but still made for some great racing.
Yeah, it did.
More importantly, Marty
wish
goes
I was out
home
there with him, Al.
with those bonus points. Yes, I know this is a great track, but and Jim has a bit of a moment here.
Yeah, and suddenly, Al, Marty becomes our season 17 championship leader by virtue of those bonus points. So a whole 2 points clear so far of that in that championship.
Well, as we've seen throughout these previous seasons, every point is huge. Recently, within the past few seasons, some of these championships have been decided by 1 or 2 points. So you got to take what you can get.
Yeah, well, it's obviously a great run for Marty. I think it's also as obvious that these guys at Kung Fu Racing aren't going to be quite as fast in the dry as they are in the wet. Aren't going to be quite as fast in the wet as they are in the dry. So, we're going to have a real shot at some weather next week, and changeable weather as well. So, no reason in the world why this race couldn't start off dry and end up wet. And those 12 laps will be 12 grueling laps for these guys.
Yeah, 12 laps is a lot. I mean, we expect attrition. We saw it just in 3 laps here tonight. Attrition was pretty high. We had, I think, 37, 38 take the grid, and I believe only 28 finished.
Yeah, and it's a true endurance test. The fact of the matter is that there will be people that don't finish next week's race. The only question is who's going to come most prepared to handle either the changeable conditions or just the nature of the track itself, and be able to kind of drive within their own limits. And that's the real challenge around this place.
Anybody out there watching right now, just want you to know that this is no knock on Jim or anything, but we take drivers of any skill level. As you can tell, we have some of the fastest guys around. That's not to say if you're just a new beginner or not quite up to speed as some of these guys in front. You're not welcome here. So, as we mentioned earlier, we got driving school to help people get up to speed, and we accept pretty much anybody as long as you got wheel, pedals, and a want, then you're welcome here.
Yeah, we have very few requirements except the motivation to get out there on track and see what you got against the rest of the field, for sure. And I say good on Jim. I think he put in a great effort.
Absolutely. So Jim finishes 28th overall. So.
Well, I think we made it, Al.
Yeah, we certainly did. So, until next week, boys, ladies and gentlemen, until next week. I'm not sure who's watching here, but until next week for the feature race 2-hour blast all around here at the Nordschliefe. It's going to be a great one to watch. Hopefully we've ironed out all these technical problems and things will proceed smoothly. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Brad. Appreciate it once again. And we'll see everybody next week.
Yep, thank you, Al. Thanks everybody for hanging on with us.
All right, take care.